and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and the name written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. It says, on the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, and on the west 3 gates, okay? And it says, and the wall of the city had 12 foundations, all right? And I believe you go into that word foundation, literally means like a wall, okay? It says, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city and the gates thereof and the wall thereof. And the reason is, hey, you should think about these things, all right? These things, once again, you know, we're doing this because it brings comfort, all right? You start visualizing, using your imagination, it should put a smile upon your face. Like, oh, we're about to get into, you know, what the kingdom of heaven is going to look like, all right? Things of that nature. Learn about the different stones, all right? What's, you know, the names and just everything, man. It's very detailed. Like, you must have had a long day and, look, man, I'm about to read this, bring some type of comfort. And it should, all right? It says, verse 16, the city lieth for a square, and the length is as large as a breadth. And he measured the city.
It said the length is as large as the breadth, so the length is as large as it is wide. So it's an equal. Length, so like a square.
It says, and he measured the city with the reed 12,000 furlongs.
Furlongs. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, furlongs. Yeah.
12,000 furlongs, the length and the breadth and the height of it are equal.
Right.
And it says, and he measured the wall thereof 144 cubits according to the measure of a man.
Right. It said 144 cubits, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good number.
Yeah, it really is. It says, let me continue. It says, measure of a man that is of the angel. It says, and the building of the wall of it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a beautiful sight. I know me and this brother was talking about it earlier. You know, you looking down, you see your reflection, you see through it at the same time. Okay, and it's going to get deeper into it. It's going to eventually say, transparent glass. Okay, but it said, and the foundations, and I looked that one word up, that's still talking about the wall. It says, yeah, it's right there, of the wall of the city was garnished with all manner of precious stones. And if you go to that word garnished, it means like well ordered.
Right.
Okay. And it says, the first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third, it says,
you see?
That stone.
I have trouble saying that. I think it's like Chalcedony or something like that.
Yeah, Chalcedony. The fourth.
I might be saying that wrong.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
The fourth, it says an emerald. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The fifth, sardonyx. Sardonyx.
Where?
Right here.
Sardonyx.
Mm-hmm. It's like sardonyx. The sixth, it says Satyris. The seventh,
chrysolite.
Mm-hmm. The eighth, beryl.
Mm-hmm.
The ninth, topaz. The 10th,
let me see. Chrysophorus.
Chrysophorus.
Yeah.
The 11th, a jacinth.
Let me see.
Jacinth.
Mm-hmm.
The 12th, an amethyst.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, and the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every pearl, it was like it. Every several gate was of one pearl.
Mm-hmm.
And the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass.
Also, when you read this, you can look up the ephod too, and then try to. I may be mistaken, but I know each tribe has their own stone. You have to look that up on your own. Do your due diligence. So each tribe has their own stone. So that possibly each of these could be each stone to each tribe. There may be a stone that's particularly for Gad and particularly for Levi, so on and so forth. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 22, and it says, and I saw no temple therein, for the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb are the temple of it.
There you go. Go ahead. Because, hey, that's just, we were talking about it when we were fellowshipping earlier. When Yahweh Shai, died on the cross, what happened? The temple rent. Okay? That's why you have what's in Corinthians. I have my phone right here, but it speaks about pretty much it speaks about your temple, okay, which is your living sacrifice. What is your living sacrifice? It says give your body as a living sacrifice. That is your temple. All right, so it goes to say that what does it say again? The lamb
kind of said and the Lamb are the temple of it.
Right, the Lord Almighty and the Lamb which is Yahweh Shai is the temple of it. So there's no need for a physical temple anymore. Go ahead.
And the city had no need of the sun, neither of the moon to shine in it, for the glory of the Most High did lighten it, and the Lamb is the light thereof.
That goes back to what the Lamb said, Yahweh Shai, back to when he was talking to the disciples. Let your light shine. Okay. Also, it says, pretty much paraphrasing, there be a light on a hill. All right. Pretty much that light is you. Let your light shine. Back in when you're smaller, you always heard that song, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. That's symbolic of saying you. Let your light shine. So there's going to be no need for the sun and the moon, because the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is going to be shining so bright. That is going to be our form of light. That's power right there. Go ahead.
Power, yep. It says, and the gates of it, Salakia, verse, I'm gonna jump up to verse 24. I skipped it by accident. It says, and the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor unto it.
Now let's clarify that. Big caveat. Caveat means a message or a warning. Christians will use this as in the nations of them which that are saved. They'll say that, see, it says the nations, everyone's gonna. No, nations meaning the 12 tribes.
12 tribes,
okay?
Yep.
Because each particular tribe is a nation, but they're under one category, which are Israelites. The scriptures say all Israel should be saved. So if you're an Israelite that's a Gadite, you're gonna be saved. If you're an Israelite that's a Judite, you're going to be saved. And we're talking about there's different forms of salvation. Yes, there are. All right. All Israel shall be saved. Doesn't mean all Israel should be caught up on a chariot. Some Israelites have to feel that form of salvation through a nuclear missile. Either way, they're going to come back through the loins of a 144 elect and be living in here. Okay. All Israel going to be living good. There's just going to be tears to the thing and ways of how they got there. And a lot of you niggas are going to get there with the nuclear missile. That's just straight up. And that's mercy. And that's going to be your form of salvation. Go ahead.
And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there.
There shall be no night there, man. It's going to be spring every day, baby.
Yep. Birds chirping early in the morning.
Right.
Breeze hitting your face. Smile on your face, man.
I can dig it.
Yep. And it says, and they shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it.
Right. The glory, honor of the nations into it. Matter of fact, get the word nations real quick. See what the blue letter says. Just get some edification on it.
It says ethnos.
Oh, it says ethnos? Yes. So ethnos.
Strong's G, 1484. Ethnos.
Fucking Esau, man. He be sounding bored as hell doing this. Strong G. But that's neither here nor there. But ethnos means a nation or ethnicity. That's where you get the word ethnicity, meaning a certain race. So that even there, that's specific. Ethnos, ethnicity, a certain race. What does it say?
It says a multitude, whether of men or of beasts, associated or living together.
Keep going.
A company, troop, swarm, a multitude of individuals of the same nature or genes. That's the one we're looking at, right?
All right. So a multitude of individuals of the same nature or genes, meaning if I'm a Gadite or we're both Gad in here, but say hypothetically, if I'm a Judite and he's a Levite, we come from the same seed. That's what that is saying.
God, it's gonna get to it.
Go ahead.
It said the human family, a tribe, nation, people, group.
Thank you. All right. So it's particular. It's specific. Doesn't mean every fucking body. Okay? Christians, go ahead.
God, I got to keep going. It says in the OT, all right, foreign nations not worshiping the true power, pagans, Gentiles.
All right. It says Gentiles means Hellenistic or Hellenization, which is a Greek-speaking Jews, not a Greek-speaking Edomite, not a Greek-speaking Moabite. Greek-speaking Jews, which are Israelites. That plain and simple. So this is another indication that when it speaks about nations, it's speaking about Israel. And the tribes. The nations are particular tribes, okay? Puerto Ricans, niggas, Native Americans. Those are specified as different type of races. That's ethnicity. That's simple, man. It's really simple to understand, but... You know, people. Go ahead.
This is verse 27. And there shall in no wise enter into anything that defileth, neither whosoever walketh abomination or maketh a lie, but they which are written in the Lamb's book of life.
There you go.
So, and that's straight to the point, man. Hey, the kingdom of heaven is going to be perfect. The Israelites are going to be able to obtain it, be happy, be joyful. No more sighing, crying, no more pain, things of that nature. And all these things should bring comfort unto us on this side, man, all right? Simple. If you're ever feeling low, hey, read some of the rewards you're going to get. Something that's going to push that fire, man. Like, I want it. I need it, man. I want it, okay? Straight and simple, okay? But, you have anything else? And we're just going to close out and give all honor and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone once again. Peace, love, and salutations to your hopeful that's been pushing the truth. Shalom.
Shalom.